Good day once again, everyone out there on the YouTubes. I am Drew with Comic Slate, and I am here with
Kyle.
Not Kevin. Please get it right.
Rude.
Right. So you're back again so soon.
Hi.
Sean's a busy man.
Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, he does. Got a lot of stuff going on
every time.
And this, for me, this was a more interesting week for the week of 8/31.
Yeah, there were, a lot of stuff coming out.
Yes.
A lot of number ones.
Yes, there were a lot of number ones.
More than I thought. And Sean had to call an audible.
Mm-hmm.
I was just coming in to hang out, and he said, "Hey, I need you to do a top 10."
Yeah, it happens like that sometimes.
It does.
The boss man gets busy. He needs help, and Kyle's,
hey,
yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, and when Sean and I are going to be on the road, you may have to step up at some point.
And I'll step up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. So, yeah this was a really interesting, for me, weren't a lot of mehs. It was pretty cut and dry, good, not good.
I had 10 mehs.
Oh, wow.
And 5 skip-its. So,
opposite.
If your mehs line up with mine, we'll do that.
Correct.
So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. Start with the mehs.
Start with the mehs.
Okay.
And I brought a little trade here for a point of reference.
I think I know what you're going to be talking about.
Point of reference. I'll go ahead and do this first. We'll do this first.
I think I know which one you're going with.
Sinister War number 4.
That's a skip it for me. But...
Okay. You want to go ahead and talk about it?
Yes.
You want to talk about it? Okay.
Let's.
So, this Sinister War number 4, this really teetered on. It's the conclusion.
Already.
Yeah. Quote unquote. It's the conclusion of the fight. Or quote unquote fight, if you want to call it that. Ugh. So now, dear viewers, you may be wondering, why does Drew have a copy of Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane here? Well, Mark Bagley does most of the interior art for this,
which is good.
And it's Bags.
It is.
But the way he draws Spider-Man, he doesn't really look
beat up
or defeated. Hurt. Now you may be like, but what does this have to do with Todd McFarlane and Spider-Man?
Correct.
Well, dear viewers, if you fast forward to Spider-Man number 5 from those many years ago,
wow,
Torment, you'll see a Spider-Man, beat the crap. Literally tormented, mentally, physically, emotionally, on his last leg, getting the crap beaten out of him. Look at that interior art by the Todd father right there. That is a Spider-Man on his last leg, just gotten the crap kicked out of him. 6 ways from Sunday. The Spider-Man drawn in this, he got Bruce playing Frolf.
Yeah,
frisbee golf.
Exactly. Yeah. Or pickleball.
Yeah, he doesn't look that exhausted.
He doesn't look exhausted at all.
He doesn't look tormented at all. Spider-Man torment. You want to see a Spider-Man that's tormented and exhausted and beat the shit. This is what you need right here. Check that out.
Especially with the title called Sinister War.
Yes. It's not much of a war.
Yeah, not much of a war.
No, it's not.
It ends just as quickly as it began.
Yeah, it's a very anticlimactic ending. It's like, oh, okay, that ended pretty fast.
That's who you choose. It's like
I had a feeling it would be him as one of the last ones, but yeah.
I didn't like it. I read it in 5 minutes.
To be honest with you, the more interesting part is at the very end, and that was only 1 page.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the only part I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I want more pages of this than what we just got.
The fight.
Yeah.
Where it's people just standing around.
Yes.
It's just boring.
Yes.
Every panel is boring.
Yes.
In the fight.
Boring and bland. I'll say that. Yeah. So
it was a skip it for me for. It's $5.
Do yourself a favor. Check this out, Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. Right there.
Yeah, get that. Save your $5. Do not get this. I thought it was boring unless you're a completist.
Yep, they are out there. Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man. I've learned Spider-Man readers are completionists.
Yes, they are. Yeah. They are devoted.
It could be absolutely dog shit, but they'll still complete it.
They love it.
I don't get it. Yeah. All right, my next meh I've got is Red Sonja number 1.
I didn't read that one.
Okay. Once again. It's meh. She's hired to rescue a girl, and the girl keeps calling her mom. She's like, "I'm not your mom." It's just okay.
I'm surprised you read it.
Yeah,
cover's nice.
I gave Mirka and Dolpho the benefit of the doubt. She wrote it.
Yo,
I should have learned my lesson after Deep Beyond, but or Sweet Paprika.
Oh Jesus!
But it's meh. It's not. Yeah. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's meh.
I went with the Midnighter 2021 annual. It's not bad. It was pretty good. I thought I was expecting less, so I went into it with really low expectations.
So it helps going in with low expectations, really.
Correct. If you go in with very low expectations, the only thing I didn't really like the art. And I was a fan of Dexter's Laboratory and Powerpuff Girls and all that Cartoons Network stuff, and that's kind of how this is drawn. And I mean, it's not bad. I've read better time paradox stories and stuff. It's kind of how this deals. It's kind of going down that road, and it just gets kind of convoluted. But it's not bad.
Does it involve a toaster like in The Simpsons?
Shockingly, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know.
Okay.
But it's not bad.
Okay, next up, I've got Harley Quinn Anal 2021.
Oh, that was a skip it for me.
That was a skip. I was really teetering on it, mainly because a lot of the commentary. It's like the bad guy in this. I'm like, is this commentary on the fans?
Probably.
Is this another meta commentary on fans?
Oh, it was insufferable.
Yeah, there is a villain, quote unquote villain in this that when you read him, it's like, are you digging at the fans? Are you digging at the longtime readers and collectors of this character?
You could see that.
Yeah,
because he does have a lot of gadgets
collected
by. I found it annoying. It is so annoying.
Oh, I didn't like how they wrote Solomon Grundy in this. I hated it. It
was so the dialogue is atrocious, and I'm sure Harley Quinn fans will probably think it's amazeballs, but I can't do that Twitter speak, kid. It's like
because no one talks like that in real life.
They don't, and it's so dumb. And I felt dumb reading it. And the cover's great.
Yeah, is that Derek Chew? Yep,
Derek Chew. Yeah, it's a great cover, but boring. Don't read it. Save your money.
So there you go.
And this is a cardstock one. This is $7.
$7. So if you're a fan and there's a character in here mocking you, do you want to pay $7 to get mocked?
I can get it for free.
Yeah. All right,
just listen to my wife.
Next up, I've got Phantom on the Scan.
Really?
Yeah. It was. This is the case where I had, as Sean puts it, much more gooder stuff.
Oh.
I had much more gooder stuff in this situation. It is a good read. It's a good wrap up, if you will. We learn how they all became psychics, where it all came from, what the thing is, and why it's doing what it's doing, and what it wants to do to those who are psychic. And it's a good conclusion. It's fine. I just had much more gooder stuff.
Okay. That'll be later.
Really? That's a meh?
Pirate Queen.
Pirate, yeah.
Same as you. Much more gooder stuff.
Yeah.
This was, I have to say, I was extremely worried about this book. When we read it in our previous video, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The name alone, Monday Ryan, was enough for me to be like, this will be a must miss. Yeah. But I have to say,
John Everyman.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this story. It's a meh because it's still a character that I don't quite see as believable.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's fair.
It just seemed a little. It wasn't. It was just. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
It's fair.
It just didn't seem believable.
It's fair.
A female at that time.
When you read it, what she is doing, it's like.
Okay, it's like you're this, and it's like, oh, okay, come on.
Well, I'll get to my thoughts later on about Pirate Queen.
Yeah, Pirate Queen.
The backup was really good too. I like the backup.
Yeah, the backup was really cool.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
it is funny.
Yeah.
It was going kind of like in the movie Oblivion kind of way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, kind of like this. But yeah, it's not bad. The art actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Bad Idea.
Yeah. Next up for me, I've got Lucky Devil #2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I got Geiger.
As a meh?
As a meh.
Wow.
A lot of gooder things.
Oh.
I'll start this. It kind of, this volume 1 kind of went how I expected it to go.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of knew. It's like once you bring in little kids into the picture and he's trying to help them, it's like, okay, you kind of know how it's going to end.
Yeah, you can't. I would say you kind of knew that they were going to be playing it safe with the kids, like nothing was really going to happen to them.
Yeah, and then what Geiger would eventually do, but I did like the villain in this.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. And then and in the backup, you kind of get a pinup.
Yes.
Of that, which I thought was the best part of this comic. That was awesome.
And what they're alluding to in the future,
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
We don't know. We of course get a POC. Whatever. You'll see the panel, of course, but yeah, but overall, I mean, there was I thought there were better things, but it just teetered on. It was probably going to be my number 10. I had to weigh it.
Fair enough.
But it's there. It's probably tied with my 10. When you see my 10, it'll be like, okay. So
I had Lucky Devil number 2, and you had Geiger number 6.
Correct.
Geiger number 6.
Geiger number 6.
Lucky Devil number 2.
Lucky Devil.
So the gentleman in question from issue 1, he's had the demon, taken out of him, but he has all the demon's powers in him without the demon.
Yep.
So now he's more or less started like his own self-help. Cults. Yeah, and the Church of Satan is wanting to have a partnership with them. You know, but certain parties in hell aren't too happy about this. It's a fun read. It's one of those. It just teetered on my top 10 for me. It's a good read. It's fun. It's better than issue 1, and might be worth checking out for you. Yeah,
I'll say my thoughts.
Okay. Next up, I've got Spawn 321.
That's later on in mine as well.
Okay.
I don't have any more skip it's.
You have any? Okay. So
I mean, I got skip it, so I don't have any meds.
Okay, I'll get to my This one, it wasn't bad. It's okay. We do find out who the medieval Spawn is.
Yes.
It's like, you're going to have to explain this. You're really going to have to explain how this works. It's like, wait a minute. I'm sensing a lot of continuity and plot errors here. But, I mean, you have to, when you're reading, it's like, I don't know, but and they allude to something with someone Spawn had to go save, and he sees a bit of his past. It's an okay read. It's not bad. I want more gunslinger at this point. I just want the gun. I'm waiting for the gunslinger Spawn at this point.
More than just a panel and a half.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next up, I've got Dark Ages number 1.
Really?
I just
really.
So I read this trace times.
I read it twice.
I have a lot of thoughts on this. So reading this, it really reminded me of Ultimatum. That Marvel did, where they just pretty much killed off all the heroes and villains in that big tidal wave, and
that's right.
Couldn't really scientifically didn't really make sense at all whatsoever.
Deep Impact.
Yeah. But the villain in it, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. It was a machine made in space, dumped on Earth before it was Earth, and just lay dormant this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And they only had enough time to assemble 4 people to go fight this thing.
Yep.
That's where I'm like, really? Only these 4? Really?
It is a weird 4 they chose.
Especially the thing. It's like,
it's like, what are you gonna do? What you find out? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
But
it's like, couldn't think like Hulk, She-Hulk thing, Colossus, other big bruisers to help out. The thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even I know. If you go off the old Marvel Power cards, the thing, he's at the lower tier.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's at the lower tier. And so I'm not the biggest fan of steampunk in any regard whatsoever. And
that'll be issue 2.
Yes, it is. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I am checking out, because I hate the steampunk aesthetic. It just seems very highly elaborate, and it's just,
hey, that's your journey.
That's their journey for this story, apparently. And I'm trying to figure out why Peter says, like, this is a better world we made.
Hey, you have to be positive, all right?
It's like, how I don't.
He's positive. You got to stay positive.
Yeah, it just there's a lot of focus on characters that didn't really care for either, like Moon Girl and
Devil Dinosaur.
You may enjoy this. I really didn't. that much. I'm probably going to be checking out after this one because I really don't like who they're going to be focusing on for these upcoming issues. And granted, we get Apocalypse as a villain.
We do.
There's a Venomized Miles Morales, it looks like.
It look like it? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, some guy looks like a spider person with
spider thing.
Yeah, spider thing.
There's about 90 that have a symbiote. So who the hell knows who it is?
I don't know. But nah, you may like steampunk. You may like Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. You may like the fact that the thing gets blown away easily, quickly. Cool. Yeah, it's like oh, that was pretty quick.
Can you get rid of something stronger?
Yeah.
It seemed like, okay, if you want to bring down, I'll save it for later.
I remember reading the preview pages of this, and it looks like they reworked this.
They might have.
And another thing I didn't like about this was like how they told the story. It's like I was hoping to be more of a mystery as to what happened to this world.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, what the hell happened? And they just gave it to you right there in issue 1. It's like,
yeah, you get the Watcher showing up, and he said, "Yeah, you guys got like 5 minutes before you're dead."
It's like,
okay, first off, thanks for the warning, asshole.
Yeah,
and
to me, it's like there seems to be a lot of issues with this for me. It really wasn't. It's not the best event story, in my opinion. But then again, that's my opinion.
That is.
Fear State Alpha number 1.
Really?
I am dropping bombs.
What the hell?
I am dropping bombs.
Damn.
This was for me. This was a very boring comic.
Boring, he says.
Boring. I told Sean I had to stop 5 times
because it was that good. Because you want to appreciate the art.
I'll give it to you on the art.
The art's great.
Art is not. It's better than good. I don't know if I'd say great. I didn't like how they drew Scarecrow in this, specifically Jonathan Crane. They drew him more muscular than anything else, and I'm like, because even I know.
He looked a little Stephen King-ish.
Really? He seemed He seemed like he had a lot more muscle on him.
I guess in his neck, like he looked like he was a little more.
He looked like he'd been working out, and it's
maybe he could be.
But it's like, but even I know throughout history, Scarecrow, Jonathan Crane, he's always been wormy, lanky, like
Ichabod Crane-ish.
Ichabod Crane-ish, exactly. And this I don't know if I like this visualization of Jonathan Crane. And I don't like how they're alluding to Jace Fox being the hero of the story for this.
Yeah, you did have that moment of looking at the suit.
Because I'm calling it now. Jace Fox is going to save the day. Bruce Wayne is going to be leaving Gotham. He's going to Europe, and Gotham will turn to shit due to Jace. And then Bruce will come back to save Gotham. So
you're going to have the white hero come in?
I know.
I don't know if DC can do that.
I know, not anymore. Yeah. But you may enjoy it. You may not think as boring as I did, but this was a rough read. For me, it was a rough read.
Okay. Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Dropping bombs.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not kidding.
Okay. You went there.
I went there.
You went there.
Skip it.
Okay.
There we go. I've got 5, and you got how many?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 skip it's. I got 5. All right. So if we got the same ones, we'll talk about them at the same time.
Sure.
First of all, I'll do is Wiccan and the Hulkling, number 1.
That's in here.
Love your reaction. Oh, that's in here.
Yeah.
So look, Sean and I have talked about this at great lengths. We do not care if the characters are gay or not.
Doesn't matter. 2
of our favorite characters of all time, we'll say it again, Midnight and Apollo.
Yeah.
When they were originally written, they were badasses. We knew they were gay, but it wasn't front and flipping center every page.
That's not the story.
That is not the story. Exactly. Yeah. There's more to them as characters because they are characters,
Just as in real life.
Yeah.
There's more to people
than who they're in bed with.
Yes. Doesn't matter. Who cares?
But all this is it's their romance.
All it is.
It's their romance. It's
are you gay teenage angst.
Yes.
That's it. It is so
Bear
awful.
in mind, we've already had their wedding. We've already had an issue of them eyeing each other lovingly, and now we get it again.
It's like, we get it. Thank you. You're not breaking any ground here. It's like,
I gave it the benefit of the doubt. It's the Last Annihilation tie-in. I was expecting something action-packed. No.
Nope.
NATO.
It is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad, yeah.
It's so boring.
Yes. It was. Yeah, it was. Very boring.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
No.
It had nothing to do with the fact that they're gay.
No.
But that's all the story is.
It's all it is, yes.
It's like, okay, great. What about it?
Yeah. What does this have to do with the last annihilation?
Nothing. Just them loving each other.
The last annihilation of the money from my wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There we go. New Mutants, number 21.
Yes, New Mutants.
Yeah.
Where's that at? Yes, New Mutants. That's it?
Yeah. You get the variant cover. I got the variant. Yeah. So this Shadow King, this is a lie.
That's a terrible lie.
Yeah, he's like the very last page.
Literally the last page.
Yes. And this issue is him fighting the Brood on the moon.
Yeah.
None of these covers, there's no Brood at all.
Yeah. Something that has been terrifying to me since I was a kid.
Yes.
Is the Brood.
Yes.
Iconic covers.
And what they've done to the X-Men.
Like Wolverine and that Brood, that cover is so iconic. And it's like, you treat them almost not quite like a punchline, but like, so what?
And I've got the image saved on my
it's just
my phone. I gotta find it first. Yeah, here it is. I'll show it up here. I'll blow it my phone. This image of Cyclops being brooded. This is one from the first X-Men issue I ever read, and that has been burned in the back of my retina since I was a kid. Yeah, and they're treated like
nothing
in this.
They almost explained it away like a joke.
Yeah,
it almost. And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! This was a training exercise."
Yeah, and
that it was mind-numbingly stupid.
It's like last week it was the Wrecking Crew. This week it's the Brood. And
it starts out with, "Hey kids, let's clean up the environment," and this is how you can start out by cleaning the environment. Message, and then it goes into a creepy Brood.
Yes, on the moon.
Aren't creepy.
You have a great setting on the moon. Can't hear you scream in space. Then no.
You have it set up.
No.
It's creepy.
But by the time you want these kids to shut up as they're talking, it's like, just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. All the never mind.
Yeah, okay.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Next up, I got Transformers 34.
Oh, I didn't read that. I have Money Shot number 14.
Oh. You have the black bag variant.
The black bag. Yeah, real quick. What the fuck is this?
It's scientists, who to make money they have sex with aliens in space.
I honestly had no idea what was going on the entire time.
Perhaps Sean or I should have told you about this series.
It would have helped, maybe. I mean, it really is bad. The dialogue is awful, and I get they're trying to be funny, but I don't know. I just don't see the jokes. I don't see it landing very well. So, yeah, I didn't get it. And
I have Transformers number 34. So after reading King Grimlock, I mean, anything in comparison is Transformers related is pretty much garbage. This is like reading like a long-winded Russian novel, just in comparison.
Fun.
It's just it's gonna put you to sleep. I mean, it's very.
What's Transformers?
There's a reason why it was a kid's cartoon, and robots fighting each other. Laser blast. Fun. None of that in this. It's just
the cover looks like there's a pew pew.
There's no pew pews. There's pew pews at the end. Pew pews fighting or blasting at a moving building with legs. I don't get it. It's silly and stupid. It is so boring, and it focuses on some of the most boring Transformers, few of which I've never even heard of. It's like Optimus and Megatron, or like in one panel in each, and it's like it's not worth your money or the time. No. Bear in mind what I said about King Grimlock. Remember that.
So it turns from a robot into a building.
That's a skyscraper title.
I don't get it.
Next up, I've got Avengers 48.
Yep, I got that.
Oh, I have things to say about this.
Woo! Good golly, Miss Molly.
Okay, so I want to go first on this.
Please.
This was a 28-page suicide note by the Gorilla Man.
God, I wanted him to shut that hell up.
It was a suicide note.
Yeah.
I was floored at how depressing this was. And to be honest, if you think this is fun, then you must be depressed and suicidal like the Gorilla Man. All right. There's nothing remotely heroic in this comic at all. Just selfish, emotional baggage this whole time. I cannot recommend this in good conscience at all to anyone. You will leave this comic wanting to immediately forget this comic and watch something uplifting.
I did.
Yeah, there you go. See, case in point. See, I read a comic to be entertained, like most of you out there. I hope you do. Not wanting to blow my brains out from depression. Right? This will do that. So a creative writer doesn't find and succumb to despair. All right. He finds an antidote for that emptiness of existence. All right. That's what a writer does.
Okay.
Jason Aaron has succumbed to it. You know, he has not found the antidote. Yes.
That's fair.
Yes. What do you got to say?
Yeah. It's like, I think there's a time and place for stories that want to deal with depression, anger, all
suicide.
Yeah, like there's a time and place. An Avengers comic, I don't think, is one of them, especially with an annoying character like Gorilla. It's like, why are we shut up?
Why are we focusing on Gorilla Man? It's just
like even characters. At one point, the bartender was like, "Will you get the hell out of here?
Yes.
Like you're really pissing me off." It's like you're bringing me down, man.
You're scaring the straights. All right.
Yeah, it's like get out and that. Oh God, it was just awful. I mean, by the time you're halfway through and they go to Atlanta, it's like there was one cool splash page.
I forget.
There was a cool splash page where the Atlanteans come out and they're fighting, and it's it's a really cool splash page.
Yeah, but and unfortunately, it's toward the end.
It's towards the end.
Yeah,
and that couldn't save it.
No,
that's unfortunate. This comic really. I mean, I suffer from depression, and I'm like this. Wow, you need some help. Not fun.
Oof. Last one for me is Marvel Action Origins #3.
That's in here.
So I went in, once again, like loads of expectations. All right, these are going to be fun, origins for the Hulk and Symbiote Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But they just completely gloss over a lot of important things with these characters.
Correct.
A lot of important events. A lot of character building moments. And to be honest with you, if you have kids, I would not give this to them. I would give them, the original Hulk issues, the original OG Hulk comics.
Yeah.
And you find a trade of the alien symbiote, those early stories. Those are much better, much more dealing with character moments, the struggles. This, I mean, what one little odd thing, this is a side note. Reed, he's drawn like a 15-year-old boy with gray temples. Did you notice that?
I noticed the art in this sucks.
Yeah, the art.
It's very manga, but not good. I don't like manga art. Let's just. I'm very specific about my manga art that I do like, and it's like Ultra Mega. I know it's not manga, but it's kind of.
It's like an American manga. I'll say that.
Yeah,
same like James Toko. Yeah.
This is like, hey, we've seen one manga, so let's draw every character like this, and it doesn't fit. Like Hulk is not meant to be drawn like that because it loses it just loses the Hulk, and I just.
He's treated like a kid. Hulk is treated like a kid.
Exactly. Everything is treated like a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're drawn like kids. You look like kids. Everyone's supposed to be 12.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it.
No.
And for kids, it's like, do not subject them to this, please.
It's borderline, I would take it as condescending to kids.
I hope it should be, because this is not the characters I grew up with.
No, this is honestly, if I had kids, God forbid, I'd be like, no, you're not reading this. You're reading the original stories.
Yeah, my kid, hey, I want to read this. I'm like, absolutely not.
No,
throw it in the trash.
Yeah,
please don't read this. Yeah, I thought it was mind-numbing.
Yes,
dumb.
So that is it for me.
Okay,
what do you got? We're gonna finish this off with
quickly. I got 3 more.
Okay.
Oh. Captain Marvel 32.
Oh, skip it.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Oh.
I don't like Captain Marvel anyway. There is a scene in this where Carol Danvers is flying with a certain character talking to Tony Stark saying, hey, I need your help. And he said, I'm busy. I can't help you right now. And she's like, I still need your help. And he's like, I can't. And then she just smashes in through his lab and destroys it. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? And she says, I got to see if I can pull this up because it's that. She says, it is what she says, lecture me later. When he says, why did you just destroy my laboratory when I told you I'm busy, I can't do it? Lecture me later? First off, I thought a lecture. You're being a bitch. Like I told you I'm like that's not I'm not lecturing you. I'm telling you, How about you respect people? It's not a lecture. I just found it completely awful. She's a terrible character. I don't get why anybody reads it. It's not entertaining. Not fun. I didn't like it.
Okay. What's next?
Hellions 15.
Really? That was a skip it? Wow.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, Mr. Sinister was treated with respect and creepy.
He is in this.
No,
that's his clone. He has a dumb clone in this. That's
I know they're both dumb.
No, because the one is using the one guy's genetic material. He's making.
Yeah, and they're killing all the clones, and it's dumb. And Mr. Sinister is treated like a child. Because nobody can be too scary in Marvel. Nobody can be too evil. Nobody can be too menacing. Everybody just it's like you got to dial it down a little bit for everybody. And it's just not good. I didn't like what they did with Mr. Sinister. It's rude. I'd say. Rude. Finally, Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures, number 8. This isn't Star Wars at all. I don't know what this is.
It's Disney.
That's true. There is a Jedi with the nickname. Now, bear in mind, he's good.
Is it Sleaze Bagano?
Oh, it's better. Buckets of Blood. I shit you not. That's a nickname.
It's not spelled Buckets.
Yeah.
OF.
It's literally Buckets of Blood. I read that. I'm like, that's not a name.
That's not a nickname. No.
It's a nickname for this good Jedi. Not a Sith, which is still a dumb name. It's Buckets of Blood. So you have Ram Jamaram and Buckets of Blood.
Is that Rock guy in this?
I was really hoping the Rock would show up, and there is no Geode or Rock or whatever the hell it is. I was like, please God, show up. No, everybody in here is a child and talks like a kid. Even the main villain kid.
I love how Yoda's down here in the corner.
There's no Yoda.
Oh.
Yeah, Yoda isn't here. They can't find him. He's in my
He probably wants nothing to do with any of them.
I wouldn't. First off, there's a guy named Buckets of Blood. Like, what the hell happened when I left?
Yeah. What the hell's going on with the flipping the Jedi Order?
Why are you killing everybody?
Yeah.
And you killed that many to where you get the nickname Buckets of Blood.
It's kind of villainous.
A very villain. I was like, this guy's a bad guy. It's like, oh no, he's a good guy. Okay. Sure. Smart. Yeah. I don't understand what this is. I don't know who it's for. It's not for kids. It's not for Star Wars fans. I don't know. It's such an oddity. It makes no sense.
Well, there you have it, guys. Those are our skip-its or mehs. You know, what we skipped or med, you may like, or you may agree with us. Who knows?
Who knows?
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Our top 10 is coming your way very soon. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell down there somewhere, usually. Please remember to type in your like number and what you think this week, because we did our big giveaway video. People didn't type in their like number.
Hey.
And
you gotta listen to the rules.
Yeah, these guys, they missed out on some slab books. They missed out on we gave away a lot of shit last week. A lot of shit.
That's what Sean does.
Yeah.
He just likes to make people happy.
Yeah, he tries to give them an abundance of stuff.
Too much.
Who knows? We could have given away a Superman statue, and someone didn't put in their like number and they could have won it. Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so we'll see you guys here very shortly. So stay tuned.